What's up? What's good? What's going on, family? So let's take a look and see what we can expect in the week ahead. So this is going to be for, I wrote my timestamps down somewhere, I thought. Right here. So this is going to be for the week of the second week of 2024, but this is a timeless message. This is just so you have a reference point of when to go back and look at something, okay? But this is a timeless reading, guys, a week ahead. And we're going to look at your general. We're going to look at self-care, money and career, as well as love. All right, so this is going to be for your Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, as well as that 9th house placement. Very particular messages here on the Manjula Awakening for your 9th house. But even with that being said, guys, just take what resonates and bless someone else with the rest, okay? All right, Spirit, what is the energy? So we have gifted one. There are some hidden talents that's being revealed, that are coming to light this week. I feel like that there's going to be an opportunity for you to get to shine in the week ahead, Sagittarius. Definitely this week, if you struggle and you feel like that things are kind of feeling like they're going up against you, make sure that you're leaning into, just know that when you lean into the divine and you trust the guidance that you have received, making sure that you're doing the work to sit with your guides, sit with your intuition, so that when you do receive the messages, you're able to follow the lead and not second guess yourself, because that's where you're going to find your strength, okay, in this week ahead. Definitely going to be going against the grain this week is what I'm feeling. But let's see. This is just the general portion, guys. So we have the 6 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the Death card, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. I feel like that in your general portion, I do feel like that you could be having some epiphanies, some sort of revelations about the past, and these whatever these revelations are, I definitely feel like that it's giving you insight as to which direction to go, okay? However, I feel like that because of the way that these epiphanies are awakening, are coming to you, the scenarios in which are flashing through your mind, they could reveal some things about the past. And with those revelations, it could awaken some anxiety inside of you. And Spirit is asking you to be mindful of this. And maybe, if maybe, I don't know, maybe you may have a revelation that is helpful for you in this present moment, but it reveals a poor decision that you made in the past. Instead of becoming anxious and fearful about that, Spirit, the 9 of Swords is about reaching out. So we'll clarify this a little bit, not too much because we have a lot of portions to get into. But I do feel like that there's this opportunity for you to reach out and make room, like clear out some, if you made wrong, apologize, clean it up. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like that you're being gifted that opportunity here. If you have some sudden revelations about some past shortcomings, I feel like that you can clean that up here. The challenge is I feel like that there may be some resistance to this. There may be some resistance, and you may want to sit in the energy of, oh, what's done is what's done, and I'm not going back, I'm not opening up that door, whatever. I feel like that in order to truly close that door, I feel like that it's cracked, or like if it is closed, it's like in the Berenstain Bears, when you open that door, all the shit comes crumbling down on you. It's in the energy, like that's how it's shut. So I feel like that, there may be some resistance to actually cleaning out the muck because you feel like you've closed it out. The way through this is to see that there is an abundant opportunity that lies behind cleaning this out. What's on the other side is there's this understanding that, damn, diplomacy really is the best way through. It's really just that simple. The King of Cups is what's on the other side here. Give me just 1 second, Sag. Oh, wow, guys. I paused that at 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Could be very significant for you. But yeah, so I definitely feel like that there's an opportunity to shine here in the week ahead. This opportunity to shine could come through in an epiphany. And I feel like that this epiphany may come with the awareness that maybe there is some sort of apology, or just some sort of, you know, what is it called? Peace offering. There could be some sort of peace offering to be made in order for you to actually move forward. Now, I do want you to know that it is okay to take that moment to compose yourself before you respond to this. That's what I'm getting, okay? So before I come back and clarify what's going on inside of here, if we need to, after we move forward, I am going to go ahead and clarify and start on this self-care message. And this is starting at 5:50. All right, Spirit. So what is the self-care message here for Sagittarius? What is the self-care message here for Sagittarius? What is the self-care message? Thank you, Spirit. Give less fucks. That's kind of crazy, considering that I do feel like you're being urged to give an apology. This says the less you give a fuck, the happier you'll be. Exercise. Now, for this self-care portion, what I like, don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. And like, you're not doing this. Like, if you're urged to give an apology and you're like, yeah, I'm not going to give this apology, they're not even going to appreciate it anyways, that's giving a fuck. And you're being told not to give a fuck about that. Like, who cares? Like, you can't consume yourself with them. You can't consume yourself with what they're going to do with your apology. That's what I'm getting from that, Sag. Because I feel like that you're being, like, the work that you're doing, like the apology that you're being asked to give, is actually putting you in some sort of position to grow and expand. And I feel like that if you hold yourself back from doing the right thing, then you're not taking the opportunity to shine. Even this right here, devoted warrior, there's something trying to shine from within. And I couldn't grasp that top card. But look what's at the bottom. Like I split it. There's a lot behind this one. But I split it right to this one. So there's definitely something that's trying to burst open and be illuminated inside of you. But it does require you to... and I'm not saying that this is a weekly overview, okay? So you might get the best, your words might get the best of you. Sorry about that, guys. And I don't quite remember where I was at, but I definitely feel like that's something, you're definitely being put on the spotlight. You're definitely getting an opportunity to shine. So make sure that your truths that are being revealed. Yeah, look, even the Sun card is what just seen there. So be honest and stand in your truth, and don't do it because of what you think how someone else is going to receive it. Now, make sure that you're showing up compassionate, because diplomacy is, you are being asked to be diplomatic here in order to get diplomacy on the other side. Okay, so diplomacy, I think that's what it is. But if you want some sort of compassionate, emotionally balanced response on the other side, you're being asked to show up this way here. And I do feel like that there is some sort... Oh, that's what I was saying. Thank you, Spirit. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. 9 times out of 10, this is a weekly overview, okay? So this could be like an argument that you have with a coworker, or a boss, a mother, or a sister, whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be lover. We're going to focus on the love portion towards the end. But so don't necessarily close this out and consummate this with the ex and you having to apologize. It is a weekly overview. So just keep that in mind. There is an opportunity to realize that maybe you got a bit carried away, and maybe there's a need to reach out and just clean it up a little bit. Okay? So your self-care is not to really be mindful of how harsh you're being on yourself in the way that you're talking to yourself. Yes, raising of consciousness. Be mindful of the self-doubt, and confirmation with the vibration. Definitely be mindful of the way that you're thinking, your thoughts. Because there's an opportunity to really be creative and to evolve emotionally here in this week ahead. There is some sort of lotus that is blooming here. However, there's some deception, there is some lies, there is some dishonesty here, okay? And this is in the self-care portion. There's definitely some repressed emotions that you may not be trying to address. And the way through that is to really lay those burdens down. Stop allowing that energy to fuel the way that you move forward, because I do feel like that it is affecting your adventurous like spirit, because you are still holding on to that, and it is causing you to show up in deceptive ways because you're not being truthfully who you are. And because you're not being truthfully who you are, you're not really allowing yourself to take those leaps and those risks that you need to, or that the universe needs you to. What's on the other side of this, as far as self-care, I do feel like that there's a massive transformation. Like I just feel like that you're able to, the load is lightened. There's a major, significant, permanent change. And it's almost like there's no going back when you realize just how much lighter you are. When you decide to see the situation, like when you stop allowing this strategy to win at all costs, and to like, I'm not going to do this because they're going to perceive it this way, and then this, and then this. When you put all of that gameplay down, it's like there's no turning back, because you realize how much lighter you become when you really just truly give less FUCKs. You know what I'm saying? There's a massive transformation that happens here. Yeah, the burden is able to be put down. It changes the way that you collaborate with people. Let's see what's going on in your money and career in the week ahead. Guys, if you're still with me at 12:39 in, resonating, feeling like this is your storyline, we would absolutely appreciate that thumbs up down below. All right, Spirit. So what are the money and career messages in the week ahead for Sagittarius? What are the money? Oh, let's timestamp this. We'll do 1313. Money and career for Sagittarius in the week ahead, please. Thank you, Spirit. So we have education with direction at the bottom of the deck. So I definitely feel like that there is some sort of class that, as far as your money and career goes, there's definitely some sort of knowledge to acquire in order for a path to open up. I do feel like that if you take on some sort of class or education, I feel like that there's some sort of unfolding like there's some sort of unfolding pathway, just like it literally begins to unfold when you put yourself in a position to take in knowledge, whether this be research, whether this be actually going to take a formal class. This week, you may also find yourself in a position of writing a lot more. There's something about not needing to rush this process, though. There's no need to rush this process, nor worry about this. I feel like that if once you put yourself in that place of worry, you begin to hinder your own growth. There is something about you being divinely guided as it pertains to your money and career this week. So I wouldn't too much stress about your finances. More or less try to figure out how you could quiet your mind to receive the direction so that you know clearly what classes or what direction to head in your research. Let's see, Spirit, what's going on with the money and career? Why is education here for the Sagittarius collective? This week, as far as your money and career goes, I do feel like that there is, within the week ahead, I do feel like that there is going to be some sort of energy that requires you to be very decisive. But I don't feel like that there's any need to become anxious or worrisome about it, because Spirit is urging you to focus on like what the, honestly, as far as your working career, if you could just be happy, be joyful, focus on attaining your happiness. Like, what is your true happiness? What would it take for you to feel fulfilled? Not on a surface level. Dive a little deeper here, okay? Because I feel like that if you can acknowledge and accept that some things that you've been reaching for and considering as your happiness and your fulfillment, it was based off of some clouded judgment, if I'm being honest with you, then I feel like that you would be able to see the vision better. But right now there's this energy of your vision being clouded. Your judgment is being clouded by lack of fulfillment in other situations, or this false expectation being placed on a situation, therefore giving you the false perception of what happiness really is for you. So, and I say that, and I'm going to go to my typical example when I'm talking about money and career. This could be, I've been taught, you know, that you've been taught all your life that you go to work, you work 8 hours, and then you will be able to every year get that paid vacation. But just make sure you go to work, don't waste no sick days, don't waste vacation time, and you'll get that yearly vacation, right? And so that's your incentive for pushing forward, and it's that yearly vacation. But like, you may be actually offered a vacation more than once this year, but it requires you to take a risk. Like, someone may come up and say, hey, I'm going down to Florida to check out some things for this retreat. Do you want to come with me? Well, you may be focusing on the fact, well, if I go here now and I won't be able to work my 8 hours, therefore I'll be sacrificing my vacation at the end of the year. That's a limiting mindset. You know what I'm saying? That's a limiting mindset. And so Spirit is asking you to be expansive in that type of mindset. But there is a need to really be truthful and honest with yourself, and like, just realize that what's always worked isn't the only solution. But even with that being said, make sure that you're taking calculated risk and you're really evaluating the other options that are being presented. But I do feel like that there is an abundant opportunity being presented, but it may require you to do something outside of your norm as it pertains to money and career, okay? Let's move forward to the love section. And we will timestamp that for 18. Let's do 19. I definitely feel like that there's something about your anxiety at nighttime that is causing some clouded judgment during the daytime. So I feel like that if you could come up with a healthier ritual for, you know, not breaking yourself down, but like transitioning yourself into a state of rest instead of going straight to the bed and having to have a transition or rest inside of the bed, because I feel like that it's causing anxiety to take the lead at nighttime for you, Sagittarius. And I actually feel like that this, especially if you're a heavy coffee drinker, I feel like that this will help you transition away from coffee as well. Those are just the first select few of you all. All right, Spirit. Dang, I didn't mix this deck all up. All right, Spirit. So this is for Sagittarius. What is the message for Sagittarius's love life in the week ahead? That's Spirit said, take it. I got a vibration. It says, be open to change and divine timing. So there's something that is changing in your love life. Spirit is asking you to be open and begin to expect this. Expect it. Don't allow this Nine of Swords doom and gloom energy to take the lead. This is like, I am, just an example. I know that I took it overboard in this last situation. So I now know this. So I am going to clean this up with an apology, a text message, or positive vibrations towards that situation. And whether it is received by the other energy or not, I am walking away from that situation with self-forgiveness. And because of that, I am opening myself up to change, and I'm going to believe, and I'm going to be receptive to these new experiences, because I know that these new experiences are going to bring in the growth that I need, and they serve my higher purpose. Okay, so that's the energy that I feel like that your love life is calling on this week. Let's see what's going on here. Make sure that you guys are getting to the dentist if you need to. Make sure that you're changing up your diet for the weather. For the weather, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we do have to eat differently in the winter time than we eat in the summertime. And there's something significant about you all, or that Spirit wants you all to know in the week ahead. Just looking at the notification that I just got. So, definitely make sure that you're upgrading the way that you're eating for the winter months as the weather is changing. And then also there's something about your oral health. If you need to get to the dentist, go. Okay, Spirit, what's going on in the love space for the sign of Sagittarius for the week ahead? So we have the Star card in the reverse. The what is this? I think this is the Knight of Swords in the reverse. The Page of Wands in the reverse. The King of Wands in the upright. And the Seven of Swords in the upright for what's on the other side. You know, I do feel like that there is, as far as your love life goes, I do feel like that there is some sort of test. That there's definitely this sense of hopelessness as it pertains to your love life right now. I feel like that the opportunity here, if I could be honest with you, is to miss the opportunity. The opportunity is to miss the opportunity as it pertains to your love life. The opportunity is to see where something is out of control. Okay. Now the challenge here is the Page of Wands in the reverse. There is this pessimistic attitude. Okay. The challenge here is like, you don't want to seek this new path. You don't want to. Even though you are feeling hopeless about this situation or whatever the case, I feel like that you still want to latch on and hold, like you want this opportunity with this person. If I'm whoever this love message is for, but here's what I'm telling you. I'm not even going to sit here and say that it's a no forever, but I am getting ready to tell you that for the week ahead, this is a no, not right now. This is a no, not right now. And Spirit is asking you, the message of love is really to understand that everything has a higher purpose. So there is a higher reason for why you and this person cannot come together at this time. Because I feel like that there's this energy of something feeling like a near miss, like you have a brief window of opportunity to reconcile or to consummate or to come together in some sort of union here with someone, but then it's almost like the door closes just as you reach the door, and it's like, well, why did it even present itself? To give you hope, to open you up, to let you see that it is still out here and that it's still available for you, so that you'll go inwards and really do some healing. Because you, in order to really have this new fated destined opportunity in your love life, your vision for what it is that you're manifesting has to change. Because unfortunately, what it is that you're manifesting in is a repeat of a past cycle. And the reason that this is coming in is because of the way that you're thinking. It's because you're feeling like that this is if you don't go after this, then there's not another opportunity. And there is another opportunity. And as a matter of fact, it's the opportunity that you've kind of been manifesting in for a long, long time. It just may look different than you had expected. That's what I'm getting for the general checkup, guys. So let's go ahead and get a baby girl message, and then we'll get an Archangel Michael and close it out. I hope that you guys have thoroughly enjoyed your week ahead reading. If this message has offered you some guidance, you feel prepared, you feel like that you can take the week on better with this knowledge, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button down below. If you really feel like that this is helpful, I would absolutely appreciate a comment down below. I do really read your comments. They actually encourage me as your reader. All right, baby girl, what's the message here for the Sagittarian 9th house collective for their week ahead? Thank you, Spirit. Offerings. I am peaceful. Let me, divine beloved, offer all desires to you, knowing the right outcomes are already selected. Grant me true surrender and peace. Let me be only a vehicle for your will in every way. Ashe. And noun. Allow me, divine beloved, to rest in the holy space between what is and what will be. Let me fully embrace, relax, and bless the noun. And then we also have competition. That's that Nine of Swords. This message here is about this Nine of Swords energy. It says, I am yours alone. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can trust that you alone are the source for all. Free me from the illusion of scarcity and competition. Let me trust that all needs are always richly met. I am yours alone. You are worthy, Sagittarius. You are worthy. And you don't need anyone else externally to validate that for you, okay? All right, Archangel Michael, how can you add to this message to help increase Sagittarius's week? I see a change is coming, so step out there into that spotlight, Sag. Archangel Michael, how can you add to this message? Thank you, Spirit. Make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you towards your own joy. You deserve it, Sag. Embrace your life purpose. Archangel Michael is guiding you towards your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. Have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow Archangel Michael to use his sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Let's get one surrender message to close this out. What is the surrender message to close out this week ahead for Sagittarius? Surrender procrastination. Absolutely. Now is the time to jump on a go instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Surrender to your creativity, Sag. Okay? There's nothing limiting you but your thoughts. So you might as well go ahead and surrender to the magic of who you are. It's going to help you really elevate yourself in the week ahead. I absolutely love you, and I hope that this offered you the guidance that you were seeking. And in all that we say and in all that we do moving forward, guys, let's choose peace. Love and light.